I'm Faye Watt, and let's queer up the USA view. A report shows that Trump administration is removing LGBTQ data. Two recent reports designed to track changes in LGBTQ data have found that data is slowly disappearing under the Trump administration. On the first day of his second term, the president signed an executive order making government agencies only recognize male and female. This has caused sweeping policy changes that threaten to harm quality of life and health care for transgender, intersex, and non-binary Americans. A recent study has shown that gender identity and sexual orientation options have been removed from at least 360 different data collection forms. The Williams Institute found that in at least 60 cases, government agencies removed even more than what was advised under the Trump administration policy. The Department of Health and Human Services removed gender identity and sexual orientation identifiers from their runaway and homeless youth management system. For example, the National Coalition for the Homeless reports that at least 40% of homeless youth are LGBTQ, meaning these changes could greatly reduce resources. When a government starts erasing data, it's not paperwork, it's people. Hundreds of forms stripped of LGBTQ identity markers. That's not streamlining, that's invisibility. They're literally trying to erase us at every move, you know? And when 40% of homeless youth are queer, removing that data doesn't remove the need, it just removes accountability. So if you erase us on paper, you make it easier to ignore us in real life. And that is what this feels like.
You know, I'd like to think that the administration and these vile, wretched people are just trolling us, but they're not. This is a mindset that permeates through every single person in the administration. I had the unfortunate luck today to listen to Caroline Leavitt's, the White House press secretary's press briefing. My God, she just sits there and she yells at people and she tells them that this is the way it's got to be and you're not getting it. And I've told you 7 other times. No, this is what they're doing. They're yelling at us. They are forcing this in. The thing is, after 3 more years of this, it's going to take a lot more just to do to undo the damage for the institutional damage. But the damage that's being done to a generation of queer kids is going to be much, much harder to repair if it's at all possible.
Well, unfortunately, this is just the tip of the iceberg of we keep seeing erasures and we keep saying, they're erasing the 1%, but then they go to the 2% and the 3%. And so this is, again, they're opening the floodgates. They take away this. The next thing, they're going to take away something else. And then by the end of your form is going to be, are you a white man?
That's it.
Period.
And if you're not, throw the paper away because we're not even helping you.
Correct. And unfortunately, this kind of shoving everything down the throat, like you say, the yelling, it's scare tactics. They're look over here while we're doing this over here. Yeah. But and you also just said, they're erasing the data, but the need is still there. The need's not going away. Those homeless children, LGBTQ people, they're not going away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now they're sitting there without access to resources because the data is not there for the resources to go, we need to give. So it's a slippery slope. It's not, and unfortunately, it's not just this. We are reporting on that this is heinous, but we need to look at the bigger picture. If we don't stop this here to protect ourselves, it's going to keep going. Mm-hmm. And who's next?
Yeah, everyone.
Correct.
Everyone everyone who's not a white,
male,
straight
male.
Correct. Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.